Chicago.
Since 1999, dozens of women have been strangled, their bodies dumped, their murders unsolved.
Strangulation, asphyxiation, every single one of them done the same way.
They're not random acts of street violence.
Okay, so is there any more?
New docuseries called The Hunt for the Chicago Strangler explores the possibility of a link between their murders. So joining us now is Beverly Reed Scott, a Southside activist and a consulting producer of this new docuseries. Beverly, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Why did you feel the need to put this docuseries? Not enough attention being paid to this?
Well, you know, it's for me, this kind of work is a calling. And when I learned of the situation of them not having any attention placed upon these murders, I felt like I needed to put myself in a position where I can attract some media attention and perhaps get something moving. So I held a vigil for the ladies, and we said their names, and it made the news, and I began a relationship with the chief of detectives, Brendan Denahan, at the police department in an effort to convey the humanity of these ladies and to keep them at work on these cases.
And what is it that makes you believe it may be the work of a serial strangler as opposed to just random crimes? No less tragic, but not the work of one person.
Okay, well, first of all, can't call them random. They're strangulations and sexual assaults. So, and there are so many of them, and they are on the South and the West Side. And Thomas Hargrove at the Murder Accountability Project has, you know, done a graph. In his mind, it's definitely serial killers. I don't know whether it's serial killers or just misfortune on the part of these ladies, but I know that they are dead and they deserve justice. Mm-hmm.
And you say
so I don't get too caught up with that. I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. You say there's not enough attention being paid on this, and you believe it's a serial killer, possibly one or two, I think, from the information that we have gotten. Has the FBI gotten involved? At what point have you gotten? I know you said you're working with the police department, but at what point have you gotten to find out that this is a serial killer?
I don't think that we will ever have the police department acknowledge that there is a serial killer until they have identified and arrested a serial killer. But the compelling evidence that the Murder Accountability Project has put forth, and even the fact that there is a serial killer in the Cook County Jail right now that had a similar MO to these ladies, and who actually said he had more bodies in Illinois than he did in Indiana, leads me to believe there's more to be revealed.
And we asked the Chicago Police Department about these murders and this docuseries. The statement they gave us reads, each of these cases has been reviewed by detectives who were detailed to the FBI's Violent Crime Task Force, and there's no evidence linking the cases to each other or to suggest there's a serial killer responsible for these homicides. Detectives are continuing to investigate the cases individually as we work to seek justice on behalf of the victims and their families. The detectives detailed to the FBI Violent Crimes Task Force investigate violent crimes citywide. You are definitely getting the attention that hopefully these cases will benefit from, Beverly.
Yeah, that's true. And however it needs to be said, I'm glad they're saying something, but I think you'll find their presence in the docuseries, and the fact that we remain ever vigilant in terms of their progress or lack thereof will keep them involved. And I feel certain that we will find that it is one or more serial killers.
Beverly, history has shown us that black missing individuals, male and female, do not get the attention that white missing individuals get. Do you think this is a part of the reason for this?
I think it's a part of the reason for the lackadaisical attitude. I mean, it's been 20 years of women being murdered, and you know, we're just getting to this place. So, but I'd like to say, yes, you know, black women are always treated, they're the last and the least, but I also want to say black people in America are often the last and the least. Like our entry here was as the last and the least. So I say there is progress. I say there is much more progress to be made.
Thank you, Beverly Reed Scott. Be safe, be well.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
watch The
you.
Hunt for the Chicago Strangler docuseries on Discovery, plus a 3-part series is streaming right now. Coming